Hey everyone, today we're diving into a story about time, work, and family that'll have you rolling with laughter. A new day dawned, and Mike decided no shower, no brushing teeth, just rock that robe while biking to work, seamlessly dodging traffic. But imagining him in that robe made his boss pretty grumpy, thinking, this guy wants a raise. Seriously? When Mike woke up again, he was shocked to find himself a CEO. Fast forward 10 years, and he wasn't even aware of the switch until he caught a look in the bathroom mirror. After a moment's panic, the fancy car pulled into the driveway, and Mike instinctively opened the door, calling for his wife like it was still the good old days. The person on the couch spoke up, and Mike suddenly realized that was his son. Sadly, due to his laziness and weight gain, the relationship felt like the Grand Canyon. Mike squeezed his wife only to be met with SHH. 10 years had not only added inches to his waist but led to a divorce. Tragic, huh? To his wife, he looked like a troubled spirit, and that remote seemed to remind him that the neglect from 10 years ago was still a mess. With a loud shout, security appeared, as if to say, "This is all your fault, don't work from home." No, that's false. You lied to your wife and yourself, but you can't fool me, because I'm the most reliable one here. You can only accept the past, but you are still young. So he decided to take out some paper and pen, ready to win his wife back when suddenly, in a flash, he remembered something. Do you feel the flow of time? Meanwhile, his wife was still venting her frustrations. The dog charged in, and Mike head-butted the wall with a thud, triggering the remote, and this time he skipped to domestic drama. Waking up again, his wife was right there, and Mike's mind reset itself, thinking it was just a dream. But soon enough, he realized, oh no, this was real. Ever since that head bump, he hadn't been healthy, and this jump was another 6 years later. His wife seemed to be thriving with someone else. Their relationship showed no signs of mending. His wife had long given up on him, and if it weren't for the son, he might have been shown the door. Mike was running a huge company, yet his face showed zero excitement. He looked like a soulless zombie. Hearing a shout, it turned out to be his son post-weight loss who had now taken over the family business like a boss. But the family harbored bittersweet memories of their father, making Mike's attempts at conversation a comedy of errors, especially since his son was too busy to chat. He said, "I should really head out," but still paused. "How about we take some time together? Let's go grab ice cream. I know you mum won't join, but we can sneakily enjoy ourselves." When Dad mentioned Grandpa, the son hurriedly poured Mike a cup of water, took a long pause, and finally dropped the bombshell about Grandpa. Totally crickets in the room. Mike couldn't stop crying, realizing how much he had missed. He finally understood the importance of family, proving that old adage, "You don't know what you've got until..." With tears streaming down his face, he left, awkwardly reassuring his son, "I'm fine," but unable to mask the guilt eating him alive as he hugged his son tight. Arriving at his father's grave, he pressed gently but got no response despite his efforts. It sent him over the edge, but he decided to revisit the last scene with Dad. Yet, he was busy working and didn't even lift his head when his son shared a brilliant idea. The door swung open to reveal old man Mike, who had once charmed everyone, yet in a blink, he had aged so much. Dad suggested a boys' night with the grandkids, but Mike was unmoved, not even bothering to look up as he declined. The father gazed at his son in utter disbelief, then let out a quiet sigh, his mind silently pondering, how has my son become so out of sorts? He was aware that his departure was imminent. Dad didn't know how to reach out. He just kept retreating. Mike's heart tightened, and suddenly he jumped back in time. Subtitles. He walked up to his father and kept hearing his father whisper, "I love you," with each whisper piercing his heart. Ultimately, he went back to the modern times. Wandering by his father's grave, that coin served as an irreplaceable regret. Only at that moment did he realize that the angel of death had a hand in it all. Subtitles. His very own father was taken away by him, and the angel reappeared again. Mike bolted in fright, flailing as he grabbed the remote and fled into a happy scene, only to be hit with the painful reality once again. As he came back to awareness, The host invited him on stage to speak, and upon seeing the wedding cake, he was shocked and didn't know what to do. His son thought he was just plain dress up, but amid the laughter, he unexpectedly met his daughter-in-law and caught sight of that familiar older face in the crowd. Unexpected love struck him like a lightning bolt. She was his mother. He rushed off stage to kiss her, using that same innocent childhood kiss. Mike knew he owed his mother so much, but felt helpless, thinking, Mike will always be a child. Watching Mike totally zoning out, his mom approached, their eyes locking while the singer crooned their old love song, giving Mike a chance to dance with his ex-wife. Holding his ex-wife again, Mike felt fantastic, as if everything had reverted to yesterday, and they were still bickering over trivial matters. In contrast to his torment, his ex-wife seemed overjoyed after they parted. When he saw his daughter dressed so stunningly, he couldn't help but comment, only to realize. But when his daughter called her boyfriend Dad, Mike was stunned, blood boiling. The erratic thumping in his chest sent him spiraling into unconsciousness. He woke up in the hospital. The angel of death paid a visit, unable to suppress a chuckle, saying, You've never truly met me. You've lived your entire life, had your run-ins with me. This was never the life I chose. Mike stayed baffled, while the angel of death picked up the remote, looking despondently at the numbers on the display as he shut his eyes, with his son and daughter visiting him. He struggled even to lift his eyelids, while his daughter had kept vigil for 2 days and nights, wishing for her dad to wake up, asking, Why did this happen to you? Because you are my father. While the angel of death settled in happily, Mike insisted on rushing back to work. Just like his younger days, work came first. The nurses chased them off, but Mike struggled on his bed. With all his strength, he ripped off the oxygen mask and valiantly got up. When the nurses tried to stop him, he dealt with them in one swift move. Dragging his heavy body forward, he headed for the exit, and Mike understood now.